Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the month of August or whenever this video may find you. I trust that you will receive this message exactly when you're meant to, and there's no such thing as coincidences. Well, let me get started. A bit of energy comes in. Trust that the frequency will travel through space and time, cleansing, clearing, healing your physical body, your energy body, your aura, and your environments as we drop into each other's energy. And I'll get started with your primary energy for the month ahead with a message from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle. This is by Kelly Smith. I've got the link to all of my decks that I use down below in the description box. And for your primary energy, Cancer, I'm getting education. So some of you may have been curious about a course. You might be binge reading or researching or binge watching videos on something. Many of you know that I am in between homes right now, so excuse my tardiness with this. We sold our house on the 1st. We move into our new home later this month, so we're in this temporary location. My new acreage comes with 64 chickens, you guys. I am binge watching content on how to be the best chicken mama I can possibly be. Maybe you're resonating with that yourself with the education card. Maybe you're about to embark on a deeper part of your journey. You know, I have a lot of people who join me because they tell me that they've been looking for a course. And in the 16-week Nourish Your Temple course, we blend mind, body, soul, shamanic healing, everything together. And for a lot of the women who join this program, this is brand new to them. They haven't worked with a coach before. So maybe some of you are looking to work with a coach, join a program, join a course, or do your own independent study. There's no such thing as bad learning. I mean, I think anytime we can learn something new is really valuable for our soul's evolution, for our own personal growth as well. So let me know in the comments if this is resonating for you. It feels very strong that there's something that you've wanted to do for quite some time now, and it's coming to a peak. Or maybe for some of you, it's a new idea, but let this be the confirmation that this new idea didn't just come to you for nothing. Sometimes what we think are ideas are actually downloads. They're actually intuitive nudges from our higher self, from our team of spirit guides and allies, from God, from the universe. Trust those, okay? Let's see what is going to be the biggest challenge for the Cancer Collective in the month ahead, please. What is the biggest challenge? Okay, I'm getting soul groups. So some of you may be going through a period that feels a little lonely. This has kind of the energy of the dark night of the soul coming through with it. And the soul group card is saying that, you know, this period of loneliness, it doesn't have to be the way that it is. Periods of loneliness are actually usually for the better. We outgrow people all the time. People come into our lives for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And it's very rare that we have those people who are here for a lifetime. You hear people talk about this all the time. Like, you really need just a small group of solid friends. That's so much better than a huge group of acquaintances. And I can totally speak to this myself. You know, my childhood trauma caused me to want to cast the net wide in hopes that everybody would like me, that everybody would accept me, that I would belong everywhere I went. And when I was in high school, I was a floater. I didn't have like one group I hung out with. I hung out with all the groups. I hung out with the athletes, and I hung out with the smokers, and I hung out with the popular kids, and I hung out with the auto kids. I really liked the auto kids because I'm a car girl myself. But I was just a floater, you know. I hung out with whoever because I wanted to feel liked and accepted. And as I've gotten older, everyone says, oh, when you turn 40, everything shifts for you. Well, I'm going to be 40 next month. And I truly 100% believe that, because I have found that now it's quality, not quantity. But with this showing up in your challenge area, what it's also telling me, and I happen to be filming this on the Lionsgate portal. Again, my apologies for the tardiness. And during this Lionsgate portal, we can be using this energy to manifest. And remember, even if you're not watching this video today, the portals open a week before and a week after, right? So you can be calling in members of your soul family. You can call them in. You can request spirit guidance and spirit assistance in reuniting you with members of your soul family. Maybe, for example, in a previous life, you were my sister or my brother, or I was your teacher or your neighbor, or whatever the case may be. If you feel that like familiarity when you first meet someone, when you're getting to know someone, if you feel like you could tell them your whole life story and you don't even know why you feel so comfortable with them, there's a very real chance that that is someone that your soul recognizes, and that's why you feel that comfort with them. So that may be showing up in your challenge area, but I feel like this is a good awareness for you to remember that, not everyone deserves access to you, and boundaries are important. It's a great thing when we outgrow people, because it shows that we're growing and we're evolving at soul level and in this lifetime. But also a reminder that you can call in members of your soul family at any point in time. I'm going to be doing the same thing once I move. I'm moving an hour away. So there's a big opportunity rather for me to be calling in soul family members that live a little bit closer to where I'm going to live. So this will be exciting. Let's see what will help the Cancer Collective move through this challenge or any challenges they face in the month ahead with ease and grace, with ease and grace, with ease and grace. I'm getting 2 messages here for you. Okay, so number 1, restlessness. So you've got to calm the waters of your mind, okay? It feels to me like, yes, there are a lot of relationships, and that's why you got the soul root card. There are a lot of relationships and maybe some relationship challenges or relationship struggles, and we can overthink it, right? We can make a mountain out of a molehill. And if you're a cross watcher, if you watch for your sun sign, your moon sign, your rising, your Venus, anywhere else in your chart, maybe you've heard me say this message before, because restlessness has come up for a couple of the other signs so far this month. When the restlessness card comes up for myself, I always like to go to the water. I'm looking at the window because in this temporary location, we're right in front of the lake. So if you can go to the water, that would be the most ideal. The lake, a river, an ocean, a creek, anything like that. If you cannot access water, you can get into a pink salt bath. That can be equally as effective with clearing that mind. You don't want to have your phone, okay? Don't have your phone with this. Your phone's a little portal and it always sucks us in. It lowers our vibration. This is about calming the waters of your mind. You don't want to lower your vibration when you're doing that sort of process. You're also getting the visionary card. So the visionary card is a card of manifestation. And again, I'm filming this on the Lionsgate portal. So this is telling me that you've got ideas and you're beginning to take action on them. You're beginning to take action on all of these ideas that keep coming to you. Remember what I said earlier. Ideas are not always from your head. Ideas are not always from you. Sometimes they are intuitive downloads from your higher self, your spirit guides and allies, from God, from the universe, anyone, anything. Now, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Jenny. I'm a shamanic healer. I'm also a women's coach. I do one-on-one sessions, readings, healing sessions, and I also do these videos here on YouTube at least once a month. I've got some great meditations on this channel and some older health and fitness content as well. I've removed most of it, but I kept some stuff on there because I still get people watching them, so I think they're pretty valuable. Let's continue on and see what else is coming up for you this month, Cancer. If you're enjoying my energy so far, I'd be so grateful if you hit the subscribe button. Let me know if you like this video by liking it. You guys know how the algorithm works. The more people who like the video, the more people who will see the video, and the more likely I am to continue to show up for them month over month. And let me know in the comments, how is this resonating? I'm posting this video on the 8th, so you may very well already be tuning into this energy. Are there any courses you've been thinking about taking? Have you been thinking about joining a coaching program? Nourish Your Temple is open, so you can always fill out the application at the link in my description box as well. And have you been feeling this mountain out of a molehill, overthinking, stuck inside of your head type of energy that is showing up in your challenge position? Now, let me ask, what will help the Cancer Collective align with their highest path, their highest purpose, their highest timeline, their highest destiny in the month ahead, please? I'm also getting 2. You keep getting 2. There's a few. Look at that. Mentor. I said that earlier. When you got the education card, I'm like, some of you are going to start working with someone. That's what this education energy felt like for me. It wasn't like, oh, I'm going to go and take a college course, or I'm going to go take a sales course, or I'm going to go and learn a new modality. No, that's not what it felt like at all. It felt like you're going to work with a coach and you're getting the mentor card. So again, maybe that's me. Hello, I'm Jenny. I am a women's coach. Maybe it's me, maybe it's not. I trust that everything happens exactly as it should and exactly when it should. So the person that you're meant to work with, maybe you've already been calling them in. Maybe you've been calling in, okay, I would love to have someone who can help guide me on this journey. I've been coaching for 10 years, but I've been hiring coaches for 14 years. I would not be where I am today without some of the mentors that have stepped in and helped guide me in my journey. And today, I don't even use the word guide when I talk about the women that I work with. I don't really guide anyone. I walk with them. I walk with them because we're all on this journey, right? The mentor card says you're about to meet a person of high integrity who will guide you in the right direction. Now, you did have a second message that came up as well, and it's card number 33, which is a master card number. What do threes represent? Threes represent balance, balancing your mind, your body, your soul. And so often we can get hung up on one or the other. You know, we get hung up in our mental health and we go to therapy and we sometimes take medication and we do practices that we're given to help with anxiety and overwhelm and stress and all these things, but that's only addressing our mind. And then sometimes we just focus on the body. That was me at the beginning of my journey. I just got into weightlifting. I lost 35 pounds at the beginning of my spiritual awakening. I did keep it off. I got into bodybuilding, but I was neglecting my mindset and I was neglecting my energy. And then we've got our soul, right? And we have a mind and we have a body, but we are a soul. So in my opinion, that's the most important one to prioritize. And how can we do that? Well, there's lots of different ways. And what's important is that you take the practices that resonate best with you, leave the ones that don't, of course. But for me, oh my goodness, look at this, you guys. I just looked up and I see 111, 111. So how's that for validation and confirmation for you? Okay. 111. You are meant to have some more balance in your life this month. Okay. Always, but this month it's a high priority. Balance your mind, your body, your soul. So when it comes to soul, for me, I do what's called a 3-step energy hygiene practice. So step 1 is cleanse your energy. You can do that with smudge, agua de Florida. You can do that with bells, visualization. Step 2 is to ground your energy. You can go outside, put your bare feet or hands in the earth. You can use essential oils or crystals or visualization. Step 3 is to protect your energy. You can do that with prayer. You can put up a cloak of protection, a bubble of protection. You can call in different spirit guides and allies. There's lots of different ways to do this. And then when it comes to my soul, it's also important for me to take some time unplugged. You know, I'm not connected to other people. I'm not connected to my phone. I'm not connected to the TV or my laptop. Just time for me to be. Maybe that means I'm journaling or doing some yoga, or maybe that means that I'm just sitting by the water, or maybe that means that I'm taking a salt bath with no phone. Whatever that means for you, it's going to be different for all of us. So that was the recognition card, which says that somebody deserves to be recognized for all that they're doing. And I feel like, you know, for some of you, you might be hearing that message and saying, yeah, you know, my husband's been really stepping things up for me while I'm in this challenging season of growth. For some of you, you might be like, yeah, my mom's been really helping me. My neighbor's been doing a lot for me. My assistant has been helping me. My kids have been doing, you know, a lot for me. This is all really helpful. But I feel like for a lot of you, Cancer, this recognition card is about recognizing yourself, recognizing the changes that you've already made. You might not be where you want to be, but you're also not where you once were. So recognize how far you've come. And again, when we are not quite where we want to be, sometimes we can be a little hard on ourselves. I'm getting that energy of that restlessness card again. Sometimes we can be hard on ourselves. Sometimes we can be a bully in our own minds, right? Sometimes the biggest bully that we have is ourselves. And this is saying, hey, not right now. Now's the time to recognize yourself, okay? What small changes you make, they all add up over time. And again, it's card number 33. So it's all about balance, balance your mind, your body, and your soul. Let's pull a final message before we jump into the extended reading. What else does the Cancer Collective need to know for the month ahead, please, Spirit? What else does the Cancer Collective need to know, please? Okay, you're getting spiritual gifts. Beautiful. So we all have them, right? Our intuition is just like any other muscle. The more we use it, the stronger it gets. But just like any other muscle, if we don't use it, we're going to lose it, right? So the spiritual gifts card comes to remind you that you have spiritual gifts, and they're going to show up differently for every single one of us. Some of us can see spirit with our clairvoyance. Some of us can hear spirit with our clairaudience. You might feel things on your skin or feel things in your intuition, feel things in your gut, have a strong knowing, smell things, taste things, etc., etc., etc. You might be connected to plant spirits. You might be connected to animal spirits. You might be connected to angels. Maybe you're seeing synchronicities, signs and symbols, angel numbers, feathers, dragonflies, etc. Whatever you resonate with, your spirit guides and allies are going to communicate with you in the way that they know you're going to resonate with. So if that is visions, or if that is numbers, or whatever that may be for you, trust that those are your spiritual gifts opening up. So how do you strengthen them? How do you exercise them? Well, there's lots of different ways. We talk a lot about that inside of the Nourish Your Temple program. We also talk a lot about that inside of the Sacred Self-Empowered Community membership. When you join the Sacred Self-Empowered Community membership, that's when you get access to the extended reading that I'm going to do in a bit here with these 2 additional decks. So yes, you get access to the extended reading, but we also meet at least twice a month on Zoom. We do a group ceremony every month, a healing ceremony. It's a beautiful experience. And we also do a group reading where I channel spirit through my pendulum. And often what comes up in those calls are, what are your natural gifts? What gifts do you already have access to that you're not yet utilizing? How is spirit communicating with you? Who are your spirit guides? How many spirit guides do you have with you? We can have an infinite number of spirit guides, but they're only going to stick around if we're connecting with them, if we're acknowledging them. All right, that's what I've got for you, Cancer. I do hope to see you on the extended reading. Make sure you check out the link below in the description box to join me over there, and I'll see you next time.